Hi judges, this is our 2025-2026 submission video for our video game Paddle Battle. So as you can see, there are two buttons. We can either start the game or you can skip the tutorial if you've already played through the tutorial. So starting the game, you will be entered into a map. So you can use your scroll wheel to move up and down, and you can use left click to enter an icon. So we're going to start with our first icon right here. So our game is based off of Pong. It is a modern twist on Pong. So it starts with sending the ball in a random direction, and then we have to bounce it back in order to score on our enemies. This very first enemy starts by not moving at all to give yourself a practice on figuring out how to win. Once you reach 5 points, then you will go on to the next stage. So this stage teaches you a little bit about the mechanics of the game. While the paddle's moving, you can help change the angle at which the ball goes. So if you're moving, then it will, rather than just hitting the angle, it will redirect it with the velocity that you were using. So moving forward, we are now on to our modern twist onto the classic game of Pong, our upgrade system. So there is 3 different upgrades that you can choose from. This comes from a large list of upgrades that you could have possibly gotten. There are passive upgrades. These will help you in the background without doing too much actively. And abilities. These are upgrades that you have to use keybinds to initiate. Your first upgrade that you select will use the left mouse button. Your second upgrade that you select will use your right mouse button. Your third upgrade will use E, and your fourth upgrade will use D. I'm going to select the ability X dash. So then moving forward, we are now on to our first real enemy. So as you can see, over here it lists the control that you can use to initiate the different upgrades. So this says left click for X dash, X axis dash. So this can help you score by many different ways. And each upgrade has a slightly different reaction. Slowly, you will build a full upgrade catalog that'll make your Pong almost invincible. After you have beaten this enemy, you will go into a bit of a title screen explaining some of the more things once you're going into the real game. In the game, you will start with 2 batteries. These actively work as your lives. When you lose a battle, you will lose 1 battery. If you lose both, then you'll have to completely restart the game by using the refresh button. This now brings you to the real map. This is where you will do the majority of your play. You start at this little coin, and you can go up the map. Here is a quick key if you want to know what each thing is. So you'll start with an upgrade tile. You can go to wherever there's a gray line tracing. So this time, I'm going to select the mulligan. This is a passive ability. So then moving forward, as you can see, there's only a gray line going in between these 2, and none the other ones. This means that I can only travel to this tile right here.
Hello, I am another developer for this game, and I will be talking about the engine. So we used Unity as our engine, and it's great. It handles all the physics and all the micro details that we can't code easily, and it handles everything. Some of our folders, we have our scenes folder, which has all of our scenes here. I can go to menu, and then scripts is another folder. It has all of our scripts, such as like the upgrades here. And the last folder I'm going to show is our sprites folder, which we all created by hand with the help of our art director and implemented them into the game.
Hello judges, I'm another developer who worked on this game. Throughout this game, we use C# and Microsoft's Visual Studio Code in order to code the game. This is the final boss of the game. We incorporate a mix of game objects and math calculations in order to make this game work. Right here is calculations to tell the boss how to target each puck and move towards it. This is the actual gimmick of the boss, which changes which puck is activated. Here is setting the variables at the beginning of the script to use later on.
Well, judges, can't wait to see what you think of our game.